Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. This is the Rumble Fallout. Over the weekend, the WWE had their Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and some of us are gonna be happy with it, and some of us are not gonna be happy with it. And fortunately for you guys that's watching, you're gonna hear our fucking mouths and what we gotta say, and you're gonna hear a lot of fucking whining and crying from myself probably because I was not happy. But we will get into that. Uh, Welcome, guys. What's up, main event? What's up, Q Creek?
So
What's going on?
How was everybody's weekend?
it was all right.
Attaboy. Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you about my weekend, Reese. Let me tell you about what fucking your boy main event did to me. Saturday, I'm sitting in a recliner, minding my own business, and just my boxers, hanging out. I hear a knock at the door. Lo and behold, who is it? Your boy main event. What are you doing? Getting ready to watch Rumble. Oh, okay. Comes right in, just plops his fat ass down and starts watching Rumble with me. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now hang on. Now hang on.
Wait. No. I'm rebuffing that right off the fucking bat. My fat ass. Meanwhile, I thought Kamala was dead, and then I see you in the fucking recliner. So don't give me no. All you were missing was a moon on your belly. I'm telling you that right now.
I had to scurry and find a shirt. I'm like, who the hell's at my door? But anyway, so that's not the bad part, Reese. This is the bad part.
Oh no.
So I felt bad because usually when I have Yin's guys come over, I'll make something or we'll order. So I said I put nachos out on the thing on my table. Jay goes out. He goes, "Hey, no cheese for the nachos." Oh, I'm sorry, guy. All I have was salsa. I didn't know that you was coming.
Did I not? Did I not bring you something though?
Well, you did probably because you felt bad.
No, I
because you know damn well nobody shows up in my house unexpected.
That's not true either. But go ahead.
That is true. That is true.
You didn't hear him on the ring?
No, for some reason it didn't go off.
He fucking levitated. That's why.
yeah, he's not levitating. Trust me. But anyway, Reese, did you end up watching the Rumble?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get into it, folks. Before we get into it, though, make sure you hit that like button on Facebook. Follow us on the Facebook group, Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. Those are the main ones. Reese, do you still do the Twitter X one? You can find us on Twitter/X. But yeah, make sure you follow us, subscribe, like, share, do whatever you need to do. It helps us out. We'd appreciate that. And also, I just want to give a shout out. Let me get these names correct before I shout these names out. Hang on. So we ran a contest on the Facebook group, and Ray Conrad Jr. I hope I'm saying that right, and David Brown guessed the winners correctly. They tied, so we're gonna give each of them a little prize pack for picking the right winners. How cool is that?
Very cool.
That's
Very
pretty cool.
It is very cool. So each Yins I need $20 each from Yins.
That's very cool, but I didn't sign up for that.
Well, stamps have went up a lot, so
5 cents.
Not $20 worth.
well, I mean, I'm sending a priority.
You better prioritize your funds if you're gonna do that.
he
Go get $20 out of me.
must be putting fucking boulders in those packages too.
Yeah, he's sending out pro wrestling extreme bowling balls or some shit.
All right, guys, let's get into the Royal Rumble. We'll talk about the matches first, and then we'll talk about it overall at the end. Let's talk about the Logan Paul and KO. Let's get that shit show out of the way first. That was for the United States Championship. Obviously, Logan Paul won by DQ when one of Logan Paul's misfits passed the brass knuckles, and then KO somehow got a hold of him and hit Logan. Then he pinned him, and then got the 2 count, and the ref saw it. Saw the brass knucks on KO's hand, so he disqualified him. Guys, we'll start with you, Jay, so that nobody's talking over each other like we always do. Jay, how do you feel about that match?
Well, I can't speak to the first half.
No, wait, I'm sorry. No, you can't, because there's video of it.
There's video evidence, and yeah, I took a little break, as it were.
I gotta tie my colon in a knot.
You know what? I'm normally not a big fan of DQ finishes after a long match, but I didn't mind that DQ finish because it came off pretty well. Everybody did good. Like the referee did good. KO put the brass knucks right in a position where the referee could see it. And the crowd didn't shit on it like they normally would. That was, but the rest of the match. Let me say this: the rest of the match that I saw was not one of the better. And I'm a Kevin Owens guy, and it wasn't the best Logan Paul match that he's had lately, which surprises me because I thought they were going to have a quote unquote banger, and they just didn't.
A banger.
Maybe they didn't have. Maybe they just don't have chemistry.
Good point. Yeah, good point. Reese, how'd you feel about that match?
I mean, it was all right. You know, it was appropriate finish. You know, I thought. Jay took the words out of my mouth. With the DQ finish, that wasn't. I didn't mind it. As far as the chemistry, I would think if Logan Paul would show up on a week-to-week basis instead of once every 8 weeks or something, you could work a little chemistry with your opponent and put on better matches. So,
right.
But I mean, it was I didn't really. I wasn't paying attention to the match. I'd seen the finish, but I wasn't too interested in it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of guys that just don't have chemistry. I don't remember those Austin Taker matches from the Attitude Era. They really didn't. I mean, 2 of the biggest names ever in the business, they just didn't have chemistry.
Right.
What'd you think?
Just a few. I wasn't really into it. I can care less. I don't like either of the guys, but I did watch it since I was alone because you was in a crapper for 15 minutes. But anyway, I watched it.
It's because I had to eat that salsa
with no cheese. My bad.
Had I had cheese, maybe it wouldn't have been as bad.
My bad.
I always had to use the bathtub. I'm just saying.
Well, trust me, for now on, I'm going to have cans of cheese just in case.
Please.
But anyway, a few notes on that match. Logan surprisingly offered his hand to KO at the beginning of the match. And KO wasn't having it. Was you surprised with that, Jay?
I just heard about it. I didn't see it.
All
That
right.
goes along with his character. Just fight. None of that pre-match shit.
Right. Now the question for both of you guys. I think, in my opinion, Logan is getting better and better each match. He's clearly working on his wrestling skills. True or false? Answer, Jay.
Yeah, I just thought this one went from what I saw and what I read and the highlights that I saw. I just thought this one would have been better because Kevin Owens, well, up until Saturday, he could get a good match out of anybody.
All right, let's try this again, Jay. True or false?
Oh, you mean Logan Paul working it? I'm sorry, I went off on the wrong foot. The son of a bitch probably he probably has his own ring.
Again, can I still get an answer? True or false? He's getting better.
True, motherfucker. True.
Jeez. That's all I wanted. Reese, true or false, please?
Definitely true.
Thank you. That's how it's done.
God damn it, Reese. You should have went off on a 3-sentence thing like I did. Come on, guy. Get your shit together.
Man. That's bad.
Somebody's got to be a medium.
That's bad when Reese is with it and you're not.
I'm a little tired. Excuse me.
Oh, don't even start. Anyway.
If minors are allowed to be tired, so am I.
You can't tell. I got the makeup on.
Is that Brutus?
No, that's Paw Patrol.
Well, good day, mate. Hello, Paw Patrol. All right, so let's get into the. We'll go to the men's Royal Rumble. Or no, I'm sorry, we're not. We're gonna go to the Fatal 4-Way for the belt, the Universal Championship. Roman versus Randy Orton versus AJ Styles and LA Knight. Clearly, Roman got the win. Did we see that coming, guys? Did we see that one coming?
Yeah, I did.
True.
See. I thought I'll go first on this one. I thought the match was good. I don't think it didn't tell the story like it usually tells the Roman story. I got that feel. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not shitting on it. It just didn't tell the story like it's like his previous matches do. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there was no. I don't know. Something was a tad bit off about that. Like I don't know why.
I think it was your basic Roman Reigns match. Can't win on his own. Had to have help from the bloodline. And even then, Solo missed that spear. So he took himself out, and the one I can't remember who had the pin on Roman, but that count, that 1, 2, 3 count was timed perfectly. Because I don't know if you could have gotten the ref's hand could have gotten any closer to the mat for the third count. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like right was his hand was gonna hit, he kicked out. Like it was perfect timing for that.
I agree. Jay, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a good match. I think to tell the Roman story, do you think it was maybe too many guys?
Yeah. Yes. Like there was no reason why Randy Orton and AJ Styles should have been in that match.
Mm-mm.
It would have made a lot of sense that him and LA Knight wrestled or fought, because didn't they fight it over in whatchamacallit not too long ago?
Mm-hmm.
That would have made more sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. And would you agree that LA Knight was the superstar of that match?
I think
Go ahead,
I
Rick.
think they all rightfully got cheered, but I mean, obviously, LA Knight has popularity, and I don't know. I would hope that they would capitalize on it, but so far they, my opinion, they haven't too much.
And to answer your question, Jay, yes, yes. LA Knight is on fire right now.
Mhm.
Still. I think the only way that fire is going to be put out is if WWE
Puts
fucks
them
it up.
out.
Puts it out. Yes, exactly.
Did you see, to go on about LA Knight? Did you see he took a pay cut, or like a low pro wrestling salary to stay with WWE?
I didn't
Like
see that.
I seen that initially. I want to say it was for 55,000, and then he bet on himself that if he wouldn't make it in there, then that was on him. So he's like trying to prove upper management wrong, that maybe they think that he won't make it, but he's betting on himself, saying that he will. So he took that low salary. So obviously there's that room for that big increase, which I think we can all agree that he should be getting a little more money.
Well, I bet you he's cleaning up when it comes to merch.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Until Punk came in, he was beating everybody. He was beating the Bloodline. He was beating Randy Orton. He was beating everybody. So what he's not making in salary, he's making in merch money.
That's a good point.
Thought that was a pretty cool backstory for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, some notes on this match. Do you remember Pat McAfee's impressions of Stone Cold during the match? It was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
They were funny. Yeah. So, but we got that. And then going back to Knight, I made these notes because I knew that I wouldn't remember what I wanted to say. But Knight is very flashy in the ring. Have you noticed how he's very technically sound, and a lot of what he does looks as good as it can be, or that looks as good as it can be, like damn near perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that when he jumps to the top. A man, now he's not old. He's not old for a normal man. He's old for a pro wrestler that beats his body up. And when he jumps up to that top rope from the ground, or from the ring, I should say, and
Right.
hits that superplex, I'm sure he screwed it up other times, but I've only ever seen him screw it up once. And he slipped off and just turned around and fucking did it again. So, he's very, very fluid. Everything he does is tight and looks good. You ain't finding no air in between him and his punches, and everything he does looks good.
You know who taught him that move, don't you?
Not you.
It was me, guy. I showed him the ropes. Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
Well, if you don't know, now you know.
Well, what? Where'd you show him in your backyard?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
In the old I'm trying to think of the letters.
The ELW arena.
ELW. Yes. Extreme Lorraine Wrestling.
Packed house of 6 people coming for ELW.
And 5 of them were wrestlers.
And we each played 2 different characters.
If not more.
Yeah.
If not more. Hey, before we move on, nobody said anything about my dry erase. What do you think about that? We can get into it a little bit later, but any ideas, Reese? Do you have any idea what that might mean? Jay? I know you do because we talked about it. Or do you forget?
I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, okay. Yep, you forgot. Well, we'll get into it a little bit later.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm,
So, All right. So let's get into the women's Royal Rumble, which was match of the fucking night by far.
Easily.
Well, I was gonna say true or false, but I'll take that as a true. Jay, true or false?
C.
C. I appreciate that. And the winner was Bayley. Bayley pulled it off with that. Yeah, Bayley pulled it off with that. Yeah, with that. Yeah, we'll just. Yeah, you know what I mean. So anything catch your eye, Jay, in that match?
Yeah, Jordan Grace.
Well, all right. Well, we were going to get into that, but you beat me to the punch.
Oh, I didn't see your. How am I supposed to know? I didn't see your notes. So
I'll
just do it real quick. And it looked to me like that's not going to be her last appearance because they build up a few things for her if she ever comes back. As far as opponents go, and I don't think that was an accident.
I agree.
And Jade Cargill.
Yeah, that was nice seeing Jade.
Yeah,
that was real nice. Reese, anything about that match?
There's however long Jade was in there. Do you know offhand?
Yes, I do. Oh shit, no, I don't.
Okay, well, say 20 minutes at least. In those 20 plus minutes, she put on a better performance in one night than she did in the whole time she was at AEW. It was like a completely different person. In my opinion, you guys may be different, but she had moments with Bianca, Becky, Nia. So she's set up for a couple feuds there.
Right.
Like Jay said, Jordan Grace coming out. I was like, holy hell, that was a shocker.
It was.
She put on a performance, and the way they kept saying TNA.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I got written down. Jade Cargill came in at number 28. Jordan Grace came in at number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi came in at number 2, and she lasted over an hour and broke. She set that record for the women's. She set a record. Just another notable. Liv Morgan returned. She came in at number 30. Bayley.
I like that outfit. Did you double take when you seen that?
No.
Because it was like skin color.
Well, it was a turtle skirt. It was so short that her turtle was peeking out.
turtle.
But
I like turtles.
Bailey, obviously, like I said, she's the winner. She came in at number 3. So, but I think, like I said, I believe that match was the match of the night. Um,
Tiff Stratton's spot there too. She had a good showing.
yeah.
Roxanne Perez.
Well, let's go back to Jade Cargill real quick. How about her eliminating Nia Jax? Slamming her not once, but twice, right? Am I right? She got her up halfway the first time, messed it up.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. But she got her up halfway. It looked like when Lex Luger hip tossed Yokozuna that
Yes.
time, that it was more of a hip toss than it was a body slam. But then she got her up properly and then dumped her over the goddamn top rope. That's some strength, boy, because Nia ain't missing many meals.
No, and and speaking of Nia, I ain't gonna mention another person. His name might rhyme with Bubba, but he absolutely loves Nia Jax.
You mean a 300-pound J-Lo?
Yes.
Reese, you take a look. There was a meme I saw on Facebook. I think it was Facebook. It could have been on Twitter. I don't know. But they took Nia Jax and a picture of J-Lo, and they both had like long hair.
Mhm.
They look like they could be sisters.
Oh wow.
Because Nia Jax is a very pretty chick, and as
What?
she is. I think she's very attractive, and as my grandfather, rest his soul, would say, that J-Lo, now that's a woman.
Well, speaking of somebody that rhymes with Bubba, check out his podcast, Bad Bubba Brewer, the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty, every week with Bad Bubba Brewer, and also the Triple B Experience podcast. He talks wrestling, pop culture, all that stuff on there, and also the Mega Cast with the panel of guests, and including yours truly, the King. You can find me on there on certain nights when we do the Mega Cast. But yeah, he's a big believer in Nia Jax also. So yins two can get together and talk about Nia sometime.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Ooh. All right. So with Jordan Grace being in the Rumble, real quick, guys, do you feel that WWE and TNA have some type of working agreement now, or was this just a maybe once or twice here and there, or what do you guys think? Reese, we'll start with you.
Well, according to Jordan Grace, it's not the last that you'll see her see TNA and WWE. It would be nice to set the competition aside and put on the, best performance that you can for the audience. And a little cross promotion wouldn't hurt. I'm all
Right.
for it.
Main event?
Yeah, and like I said earlier, they set up some matches for her during the Rumble. There could be some possibilities there, or she's just waiting out her contract, and then I don't know what clearly none of us know what the specs of her contract are, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. And like Reese said, cross promotion. They put on a TNA pay-per-view or a WWE pay-per-view, like an invasion type deal. And now that the old perverts out of the way, maybe they can do it properly this time.
And
Now-
remember, you had Mickey James was part of the Rumble
2
the
years
one year
ago.
while she was champ, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now let's be honest. We're not going to see Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes on TNA, or anything like that. But I think that you may see some maybe mid cards And I'm not talking about Coco Beware. I'm talking about mid carders right now in WWE. Sorry, Uncle Tony.
I mean, couldn't you see a Josh Alexander versus Chad Gable?
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
that would be an awesome match.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you're not going to see the top guys, Randy Orton, Cody, or Roman, Seth, go to TNA. You're not going to see that. Like I said, mid card and below would be cool to see. WWE going over there now. TNA coming over, I can see like their bigger names coming over because WWE's. Let's face it, WWE's still the
Number
fucking
one.
king of the mountain when it comes to wrestling. As much as it pains me to say, they are fucking the king of the mountain.
I like what you did there, talking about TNA, and you said King of the Mountain.
I didn't realize. Yeah,
I was hitting
okay.
But Reese, I didn't want to step on his dick, but I know he didn't do that on purpose.
I didn't. No.
Yeah, it'd be it'd be cool to see Moose in a WWE ring, or even Motor City Machine Guns there.
Yeah, they didn't. Alex Shelley didn't get what he teamed up with. Who was his tag partner in New Japan when what were they? Tom Splitters.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. He's over at TNA now.
Was it Kazat? No, it's not
Kushida.
Kushida, yeah. They were doing
the
like
one that comes out in the jacket.
Yeah, they were doing like a back to the Future gimmick.
Yes. All right. Any last thoughts on the women's rumble? Anything you want to say before we move on?
That was like you said, Young, that was very well booked. And now, do you think it was booked like that because of the last couple days with the news of McMahon coming out?
No.
Book strong. I don't think that had anything to do with it.
No.
There was a shitload of talent in that ring, man. They couldn't help but book it that way.
And also, Reese, let's be honest. WWE had that booked already months in advance. They already knew what the fuck they were doing. They knew what was going to happen. Do you think the WWE just goes in that day and puts that shit together? No. I'm not saying. I'm just saying they know what they're doing. Is it going to be tweaked or edited? Maybe. Yes, absolutely. Because injuries. But I don't think what happened this week with Vince and shit, I don't think none of that had anything to do if they had to rework it somehow or whatever.
Well, it affected the men's rumble, but we'll get into that.
Yes, it sure did. It sure did. All right. Speaking of the men's rumble, God, man. Cody picked up the win. I'm not upset with it. I'm not upset with it. Oh, Reese, I'm sorry. Hang on. Reese, who did you ask me about the women's match? Or the Rumble? Who the time?
Jade.
Damn it. That's one of the ones I don't got written down. So going back real quick, I'm sorry, guys. So Bayley was in there for 1 hour and 3 minutes. And I'm gonna go from top to bottom. Naomi was in, or no, wait a minute. How did Naomi set the record if she was in there 1 hour and 2 minutes, and Bayley was in there 1 hour and 3 minutes?
She set the record, and then because Naomi came in before Bayley, so she broke the record, but isn't the record holder.
Oh, okay. So then next up with 47 minutes was Bianca Belair. And then this I found really odd. Is it Katana Chance? Am I saying her name right? Was in for 25 minutes. Becky Lynch was in for 22. Ivy Nile was in for 23, and Jordan Grace was in for 19 minutes. Those were the top, the people that was in there the longest. Everyone else was 19 minutes and below.
At
Oh, I'd
least
like to add something to that there.
All right, go
I
ahead.
think Chelsea Green really did well character-wise in that. Last year she was 5 seconds.
I do remember that. Yes.
This year she she got splashed in the corner by Nia and Piper. I really think she had a good performance also, and it was nice to see that she was able, to perform longer than 5 minutes or 5 seconds.
Right. Now I think we can move on. I'm sorry. I knew I had that shit written down somewhere, but I got so many notes everywhere. All right, so back to the men's Royal Rumble, guys. Cody won. He came in at number 15. Son of a bitch. Let's talk about the surprises in the women's. How surprised was you to see Naomi?
I wasn't
Not
really.
surprised.
You wasn't surprised at all?
I wasn't for that one, no.
Now, I know you were surprised for Jordan Grace.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because when you was eating your salsa and chips with no cheese, your jaw about hit the ground.
Well, and I spit some out on your coffee table, and I forgot to wipe it off. So if you take a look at it, you'll see it.
It figures.
You don't yell at him for spitting on your coffee table, but I get yelled at for sneezing.
He didn't see it.
Well, we're not going to get started with you sneezing. All right. We're having a good show here.
You motherfucker.
Anyway, again, like I said, Cody came in at number 15. He got the win. Surprises of the match, Andrade coming back. He was in at number 4. Braun Breaker came in at number 20. Now, I'm hearing conflicting reports about this. That he replaced Brock Lesnar. Did Jins guys hear that?
Yeah, he did everything not the way that Brock would have done it, but it from what I've read from multiple sources, up to and including Uncle Dave, that he was a replacement, and that was his call up. The only thing that I find kind of odd is Dirty Dom, eliminated Braun Breaker. So, do you mean to tell me that Dirty Dom was going to eliminate Brock Lesnar?
That's another thing that I was going to say. That's what they were talking about on Busted Open this morning.
Yeah.
With Brock Lesnar being taken off, Dom and Lesnar was going to do a program.
Yeah, the Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
And that's on paper a squash match.
Yeah.
You would think,
but you would think, but I don't know. Dom's got to be one of the, and you can agree or disagree. It's my opinion. Dom's going to be one of the hottest goddamn heels they have. And there's been live accounts of those shows where, people say they pipe that booing and shit in. They ain't piping that in. Those people hate that fucking kid. And he's good in the ring. I've said this about Logan Paul before too. Dom is better than he has any right to be. I understand it's Rey Mysterio's kid, and he got wrestling in his blood, but he's better than he has any right to be.
Wait a minute, Rey Mysterio's kid?
Oh, I meant Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie's
Oh, okay.
kid.
Thank you. Thank you for
Sorry.
clarifying that.
See,
And and then the I gotta bring him up. CM Punk came in at number 27. And now there's reports out there that he tore his triceps. If that's true, I guess we're gonna find out tonight on Raw, because I hear he's kicking off Raw tonight. I don't know if that's true or not.
ESPN reported it.
So I guess we're gonna hear about it, and if that's true, it's 4 to 8 months with rehab.
mm-hmm.
So there goes CM Punk at WrestleMania.
I'll just I'm just gonna say this, and then I'll let you go. Maybe it's time for old Phil to maybe take a look in the mirror and see that maybe I can't go like I used to.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself.
How dare you talk bad about CM Punk?
So before three big programs, breaks his ankle, tore his tricep. He's almost. It appears that he's made of glass. Like, I'm not gonna. I mean, any injury is unfortunate, but come on.
Well, and one of them, any injury is unfortunate. Unfortunately, and he broke his. He wasn't even working a match. He broke his ankle jumping in the freaking crowd.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
I like the dude. I'm not as big a fan as Larry is. I've always liked him, but he just can't. How long did they go? Him and Cody, was it 20 minutes? 15?
Let's see. Punk was in the Rumble for 21 minutes, and Cody was in for 43.
So roughly, yeah, a little over 20 minutes they went.
So the last four in the match was Cody, Punk, Gunther, and Drew McIntyre. Punk eliminated Drew, and Cody eliminated Gunther. Like you just said, Jay, Cody and Punk fought for several minutes, and then Cody threw Punk over for the win.
I didn't wait 10 years to lose to Dusty's kid.
Well,
and tear your triceps.
Well, and Cody, as Larry said right at the beginning, he said Cody picked up the win and he dropped a tooth. He took a kick from Ivar and lost a freaking tooth.
Yeah. So a couple notes here. Jimmy and Jay started the Rumble at 1 and 2, which I thought was really fucking cool. Them nose to nose, and Race. Can you believe that Jay said to me they look like they could be twins? Can you believe that he said that?
No way.
I had to tell. I'm like, bro, they are twins.
That in fact did not happen.
Either way, it's fucking hilarious.
And also, did anybody like Andrade's mask?
Yeah,
that was pretty badass.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. Now, when I say this, there's going to be something that goes off the initial question. The whole Pat McAfee thing, being in a Rumble, that was funny. He didn't want to be in there with Gunther and almost. So
That was Braun and almost, but
Braun?
yeah, it was Braun and almost. It was Braun and almost.
Oh, I thought it was Gunther too. Oh,
No,
my bad. Thanks for correcting me on that one, guy. So that was kind of funny. Now I also heard. Now this is what I was getting to. I also heard that Pat McAfee took a spot of Brock Lesnar, also not Braun, which would make sense because McAfee had fucking cowboy boots on and a belt buckle bigger than the fucking state of Texas. Who can wrestle in that? So that kind of made sense to me. Maybe they needed somebody to fill in for Brock. So they put McAfee in. But you got other wrestlers that wrestle week after week that could have been put in that spot. Now, I'm not saying that Pat McAfee shouldn't have been in it because he's fucking entertaining. I don't care what anybody says, he's fucking entertaining. That was funny that he was like, nope, I'm not having it. I'm eliminating myself. Jay, how do you feel about that?
So if he would have taken that spot, you mean to tell me that they would have had Brock Punk out like that? Or am I misunderstanding you?
No, this is just what I'm reading. I saw a few places said that about Pat McAfee. Now, is this one of the things that could have been changed the day of? Like we talked about the women's match? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
like one Ian said, I can't remember which one Ian said it, but yeah, anything can be changed like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that he didn't even know he was going to be a part of that?
Do you believe that?
I mean, I don't know. Like you can't. I don't know.
I mean,
that would make sense for his spot there.
Yeah, you're right. So that would make sense that he didn't know. I didn't see nothing about that, but I'm telling you, he did not look. He was not in wrestling gear. He was in fucking cowboy boots. Had that big ass belt buckle. Jay, I said to you, look at the size of that belt buckle.
Yeah, and you can't disagree because you don't know what the hell goes on behind the scenes. But I find it hard to believe that those two were standing nose to nose. And then McAfee jumps in the ring and turns and looks, jumps back out and says, nah, fuck it, I'm getting back in. Then he gets back in and he thinks better of it and jumps out. And if he was in cowboy boots and the WCW heavyweight title that he had around his waist, that was maybe that was for a fact. Like, I didn't fucking know.
Yeah,
I just find it hard to believe that they wouldn't include him in.
Yeah.
But would it surprise you that they didn't, or that they didn't let him know?
Not at all.
Now let's go back to the Punk because I got all my notes are in, obviously not in fucking order, but did you guys notice that Punk actually looked like he was happy? He was having a blast. He fucking wasn't working with children, obviously. He truly looked he had a different look to him. Like honestly, he was truly happy.
Was that pre triceps tear or after?
Absolutely. Am I wrong?
No, he did look. He looked like he was in a better place.
And going back, he's definitely in better shape than he was in AEW. Definitely better shape. Now, injury prone is a different story. But he definitely is in better shape.
He looks physically better.
Right.
But then,
Well said.
but I don't know. How old is he now? What did they say? 45?
Who, Punk?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
44 or 45, I think.
All right.
I don't know, Reese. GTS that shit. I don't remember.
So real quick, guys, let's talk about who was in the Rumble the longest. Jey Uso was in for 50 minutes, Cody 43 minutes, Jimmy Uso 34, Dirty
35.
Dom was in for 33 minutes, Gunther 30 minutes, Punk 21. Those were the main guys that were in their times. Now, this is surprisingly to me. These next two surprise me. How long do you think Killer Cross was in that Rumble, guys?
Not any more than 7 minutes.
Reese?
13 minutes.
6 minutes. He should have been there in fucking longer.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with that. How about Bobby Lashley?
Not that long at all. 5 minutes.
I was just getting ready to say, Reese, five maybe.
1 minute.
Bobby Lashley was only in for a minute.
Yep.
They built him up almighty.
Yeah.
Wasn't there interference though? Because
That's that whole Final Testament and the Pride feud there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, according to where I got my notes, he was only 1 minute and some seconds. So it was, I just wrote 1 minute. But he wasn't in there long. Now, your boy, Jay, Mr. Bobblehead himself, JD McDonough.
JD Funko.
Yes. How long do you think he was in the match?
Well, I know Braun beat his ass. Didn't he spear him outside and then throw him back in, or he climbed back in or some shit?
R-Truth threw him in.
Okay.
When he come up.
Oh yeah, and they did that tag spot.
30 seconds.
Shit, maybe.
How many?
30.
3 seconds.
3.
That's what they have written down. 3. This is coming off of WWE.com because I looked up the stats. They had it on WWE.com.
Okay.
So he didn't last too long.
Jesus Christ, he was 3 seconds shorter than Chelsea Green last year.
So I thought the men's Royal Rumble was very interesting. Wasn't better than the women's Rumble, but it's very interesting. Overall, do you guys feel that it was booked good? There was no booked. No booking was confusing. Is that? What do you guys think?
I was bored with it.
Are you serious? The whole pay-per-view?
No, with the men's match. Because you're like the Royal Rumble, we're so used to surprises and the shock moments.
But I'm okay with it. I was okay with it. You don't need to have surprises every fucking year for a Rumble. I liked that they kept it in besides Andrade, and that's it, right? Andrade was the only new person.
But with you had the upcoming quote unquote program about The Rock and Roman. I think a lot of people were expecting that. The Rock moment, or
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but me personally, it was meh.
So, with that being said, what do you think was match of the night?
women's.
Okay. Jay?
Easily.
Yeah, as far as the surprises go, I didn't mind not having too many either. If every year you have a surprise, when does it not become a surprise anymore?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Um, and I'll go women's rumble too as match of the night. I mean the four-way was good, but it was like you guys stated, it wasn't a I don't think it was a complete Roman Reigns match, although you had too many guys in there to do too much shit with. I'll just reiterate that again. All in all, I thought it was a good pay-per-view. I liked it, enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was I it was a hell of a lot better than some of those pay-per-views that we watched together, and we were all like, what the hell did we watch?
I remember walking out on a few. Like I didn't even give it, I didn't care.
I'm surprised you remember walking out.
I'm surprised I remember driving home.
One more thing, and then we'll get off of the Rumble thing. So in the match, CM Punk did the pedigree. I can't remember who he did the pedigree on.
Cody.
Was it Cody?
Mm-hmm.
So did we see a heel turn and we didn't realize it?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
No, he's trying to win a match.
Okay. I
I don't
couldn't
think
remember
that
who he
was
did.
that was a shot to what Cody did in bashing Triple H in AEW, where he bashed the throne and stuff, and that
That's
was
what I mean. I
I
don't know.
No, I don't see that. He was trying to win a match, and if it was going to be a heel turn, doesn't matter now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It doesn't fucking matter right now. So real quick, guys, Reese, we'll go with you first. If you had to grade the Royal Rumble, what would you give it? Letter grade.
B plus.
Main event.
I'll go B.
All right. Very cool. So, with that being said, obviously, and Jay, let's be honest, you're the biggest critique in the group out of us three. And if something was wrong, you would be the one to say it.
Yeah.
And you didn't say a lot. You was more like, damn, that was good more than anything. There was a couple botches.
Well, yeah, and who the hell am I to call out a botch? I mean, Jesus Christ. But the only thing is, I would have tried to, and it didn't matter if there were surprises or not. I would have tried to kick off maybe some Mania programs because they got 2 nights to fill.
Yes.
I would have tried to put some guys together. I think the only thing they did really, well, I hate to say it, but Braun Breaker and Dirty Dom, and I think they're going to do something with Santos Escobar and Andrade.
Oh.
But they did more to build the women's division than they did the men's. That's why, in my opinion, that's why it was better. That's why I chose that match. But you can't bitch about the wrestling. It was, I mean, like, Jade almost killed Nia Jax, but what are you going to do?
Accidents happen.
Yeah.
They set up the Uso match. They
Yes.
put out little feelers there.
You think they can take there's enough steam behind that to take it to Mania?
Yeah. I can with those two in the ring there, in my opinion, I think Jay is the better of the brothers. Performance and then athletic ability.
Me too.
Easily.
I agree.
Let's hope that it's not a Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels thing where the lesser fades out.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Because I think they would have done that by now. That's why they separated them and put them on different shows, I think.
Well, let's be honest, guys. Tonight, we're going to find out things are going to have to be changed now for Mania. So, with that being said, we had to get The Rock and versus Roman Reigns at some point. We have to. Now, do you think it's going to be pushed back since the injury to Punk?
No, in my opinion, they're gonna have to try and find another challenger if they were going the Seth Rollins route.
Okay. All right. Now, all right. Perfect. So, who do you put into that spot?
Gunther.
No, absolutely not. LA Knight.
They're
That's
two
big.
different
LA Knight.
brands. Two different brands.
What? Huh?
You talk about the World Heavyweight, Seth Rollins belt.
Yeah.
SmackDown has its own belt, Roman. Raw has its own belt. Seth is on Raw. LA Knight is on SmackDown, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was on Raw.
I'm pretty sure he's
No.
SmackDown.
And they're not.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. But they're not sticking to that shit. Cody already, when he pointed at the WrestleMania sign, then he pointed at Roman. Cody's a Raw guy,
Yeah, true.
so
Oh.
they're not sticking to that if they wanted to. But then you got they never like doing it. They have done it, but you got your babyface versus babyface main event at Mania. I don't know. I'd put Drew McIntyre in there with Seth and just let Seth kick the fucking shit out of him.
Fucking, I can't stand Drew.
I can't either, but
anyway, if it could happen, I would like to see fucking LA Knight go in Punk's spot. If it could happen. I guess we'll find out.
yeah, you're right. They're gonna have to switch some shit up.
So Jay, do you remember who you picked for each match? You had, I believe you had. Did you have Paul or KO in that match?
I think I had Paul.
Yeah, I can't remember. Reese, do you remember who you had?
Yeah, I had Logan.
Okay, and then I think, yeah, I know I took Logan, and then I think Zeke took Logan also, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we all had Roman. We all had Roman, right? Did you, Reese?
Yeah.
I can't remember who he. I know I had CM Punk winning the Rumble. I can't remember who you guys had.
I had Gunther winning Rumble.
Jay, do you remember who you had?
I want to say I had Cody, but then I had Drew McIntyre as a sleeper.
Okay, and I can't remember what Zeke had. I think he had Cody also.
Mm-hmm.
I think he actually picked Cody. And then I picked for the women's. Oh shit, who did I pick? I had Bailey as my number 2. Oh, I had Jade winning it, and then Bailey is my number 2. So I didn't get that one right. Who Jin's guys picking the women's?
I had Bailey.
Okay. Jay?
I think I had Bailey also.
Okay, I can't remember what Zeke had.
I think Zeke had Bailey as well.
But overall, I think we picked pretty good. Yeah, it was interesting.
It definitely wasn't.
I'm happy with it. It was a good pay-per-view. It wasn't. I don't think any of us. I know me and Jay didn't say, "Fuck, I can't believe we wasted our time watching this," like we usually do.
Yeah.
That wasn't said. Obviously, Reese, you gave it a B plus or B minus. So obviously
plus.
you thought it was good. So
Yeah.
hopefully the tides turn and WWE is gonna get back to where they used to be with good shit.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. That it's on fire right now, and this is the hottest time of the year. Road to WrestleMania. So we'll see.
Yep. So that is it, guys, for the fallout of the Royal Rumble. um, hopefully, you guys enjoyed the Royal Rumble as much as myself, Reese, and Jay liked it. And just one more thing before we get off of here. I mentioned that the asterisk champ. Now, Reese, you was with me. We went to Imagine Wrestling last weekend.
I had a feeling that that was what that was about.
And they got a new champion. They call him the world beater, Chris Coleman.
Oh,
He didn't beat Gorgeous Gregory. Fair. And in my opinion. He had help from a low life. Came in, hit Gregory in the balls, gave him the right up the balls, got him
Right in the yam bag.
right in the bean bags. Obviously, he falls. Chris Coleman pins him 1, 2, 3. Now, some might say he's the Barry Bonds of wrestling. With the asterisk, because I don't feel that he won it. He didn't win it fairly. Could he have beat Gorgeous Gregory fair and square? Probably.
Well, yeah, he's the world beater.
I'm not. Now, just listen. But the fact of the matter is, he didn't. He cheated, so he felt that he couldn't win that match, so he cheated to win. So for now on, when we mention Chris Coleman's name on this show, we're going to mention the asterisk Chris Coleman. It's not the world beater no more. It's the asterisk Chris Coleman.
Damn.
And hey, Chris, if you're watching, I'm not hard to find. If you got something to say, feel free. Asterisk. With that being said,
I'm staying out of that, but I don't want to get any on me. So
you don't want no smoke, but you know what? I do.
Jay's up and doesn't want the smoke.
Hey, I call it like I see it. He cheated. Well, I just thought of something. The world cheater, not the world beater, the world cheater. Chris Coleman.
I used to have that nickname.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, like I said, Chris, I'm not a hard guy to find. You can find me here. You got something to say? Say it. Anyway, that's it for the show tonight, guys. You know how we end it. Top guys. Somebody gonna say it, or are you just gonna leave me hanging?
Out.
Attaboy. Top guys out.